All right, how AI slop will spark the next human renaissance by after school with a K. Let's get into it. Once you go to the
Each
math field, you
year,
get
the
tapped in.
dictionary chooses a word of the year
Maybe.
based on
I was supposed
popularity
to
and
go.
significance. It kind of gives you a snapshot at the main theme of that year. There are many dictionaries,
These are
and the
all the
word of the
words
year
of the
varies
years.
depending on which.
Oh my gosh. It just progressively gets worse. Toxic justice, me too. Cancel culture, they, and Karen. COVID, vax, doom scroll. Woman, goblin mode. What does this one say? Hybrid work, gaslight. Riz, polarization. And just brain rot in 2024. Oh my gosh, bro. Yo, it just progressively got worse every year, bro. That's insane.
One you look at. But interestingly enough, quite a few agreed on the word of the year for 2025. Slop.
Slop. Was that really the word of the year? What do you guys think is the word of the year so far for 2026? I feel like a word I've been hearing a lot is parasocial. But that might have been more so last year or the year before than this year. Parasocial, maybe no. No, Kiko, definitely not that. Definitely not that. Yeah, parasocial is kind of older. Rage bait, yeah. Rage bait. That was a big one. Um I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm thinking like TikTok lingo cuz that's where it really blows up unfortunately. Anywho, back to this.
As an artist and content creator, I had a particular reaction to this word. Why does slop summarize the time we're living in? Wasn't AI supposed to unleash our creative potential and make our wildest
It
imaginations
really
become reality?
was.
The ability to create anything is right at our fingertips. And
Bro, it's you know what it is? It's generative AI specifically. Like ChatGPT and like stuff like that, open AIs. Well, not all open AIs, but like ChatGPT type AIs. Those are like prompts, right? Those are supposed to like point you in a direction. Those are supposed to give you ideas, like spark your creativity. Generative AI takes that away from you because they're doing it for you. Like you're not doing anything. It's like you know what it is. Oh my, the roles reversed, bro. When we had ChatGPT was giving us the prompts, and we had to create it. Now it dead reversed. Now we're giving AI the prompts, and the AI's creating it, bro. That's insane.
yet, we haven't got an abundance of masterpieces that inspire us with awe and wonder. No, what we have got is an algorithmic sewage pipe of never ending sludge,
It's so bad.
vapid, unoriginal.
By the way, what did you think of that one image I drew of Foxy? I thought it was really good. Like what I liked about it is it was kind of like a time lapse, and like you like erased his body and then kind of like tacked on like the what was it was like yellow caution tape, right? I thought that was really cool. I thought that design for Foxy was very cool. I'm not gonna lie. I also like how I think you wrote a description of it too. It was very creative. I like videos like that. People that draw are so like that's a good. I think that's a great talent, bro. Computer, write my 1,000 word essay for me. Okay, that's different though. When I say like generate, I'm thinking creatively. Like obviously, yeah, ChatGPT was able to write. They were able to write essays for us, I guess. But I'm thinking more so like creating, like you create something from your mind. Like when I say that, I'm thinking more so of like art, like videos, music, drawings, stuff like that. You know?
Forgettable slop. Humans are tool users. When we discover a tool that works, we pick it up quickly. Every time we pick up a new tool, we gain something in the short term, but we also lose something, and what we lose is often subtle and takes a long time to play out. Look at some of the significant inventions of the past. Take agriculture, for example. Before agriculture, man was one with earth. Every plant and animal was animated with a sacred spirit. Humans were part of a rich, mystical ecosystem. When farming was invented, the buffalo became the puller of the plow. Nature was now something separate from us, a resource to serve man's needs. We began to sever our harmonious connection to the earth. But this trade-off was worth it. Who could
I never thought of agriculture like that. What the heck? I mean, yeah, in a sense. Cause you started like manipulating the earth. You had to like you sort of like strip the earth down to just most to its most essential parts in order to grow crops and stuff. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. That's kind of crazy. I feel like back then in 12th grade, ChatGPT would guide us in a direction. Yeah, that's what it's meant for. And then you have like you have things like Sora AI. I heard y'all said Sora AI was like shutting down or something, or like they lost all its users, which is great. But it's still like there's still other AIs like that nowadays. Like social media itself, social media like Instagram and TikTok are providing AI for you now to do things like that. When people generate an essay, then humanize it through AI and then submit it. That's then what they do. Yo, we humanize through another AI. Is that even humanizing, bro? Like, what the heck? I don't know.
say no to consistent food, security, and survival? Then take the invention of writing. This moment was detailed in the philosophical myth found in Plato's Phaedrus, where Socrates describes the Egyptian god Thoth presenting the invention of writing to the Egyptian king Thamus. Thoth tells King Thamus that writing is a potion for memory and wisdom, claiming that it will make the Egyptians wiser and improve their memories by allowing them to record knowledge. King Thamus argues the opposite,
Writing as a
stating that
potion.
writing will cause people to lose their internal memory because they will rely on external, written symbols rather than their own inner recollection.
They're both kind of spitting though. Is this like Egyptian mythology? I don't know if this counts as mythology or like this is just their like religion, I guess. But they're both kind of right. Writing, it does allow you to record knowledge, which is a great thing. But then it does also it makes you rely on it. I don't know. This might be philosophy. Ash, Ash, what are your thoughts? I think they're both kind of right. I don't know.
King Thamus predicts that people will hear much without being properly taught, leading them to appear wise while remaining ignorant. The inventions of agriculture and writing were massive changes, but they were slowly deployed over many generations. Fast forward 6,000
This
years,
is very
and the rate of
interesting.
change has increased rapidly. In the 1900s, electricity came along. Who could say no to an invention like that? But after lighting up our cities, we
Yeah.
began to lose our connection to the night sky.
Yeah.
Many people in dense urban areas have never really seen the stars. They are unaware of our planet's orbit, the patterns
Yo,
of
like
meteor
imagine visiting like a countryside like this. It's so nice. I don't know why this is like scenery like this is tied with old age, I feel like. People be like, "Oh, I'm going to live, I'm going to work, and then when I'm old, I'm going to move out to the countryside and then live like you're going to live in like an area like this." Why not just live there now or like visit constantly or like put yourself in such an environment often? It's beautiful. Like I'm saying that like I'm not a part of the first part, like people that saying, "Oh, like I do want to move out when I'm older." I don't know. That's just life, bro. That really is just life. We're so we're so bogged down by societal rules and how we should live. It really has changed, bro. Like we're not as in tune with nature. Especially people living in cities, bro. Especially people living in cities, and that includes me, bro. Shoot, it's crazy. You actually can't see the stars. I like. I'm pretty sure we could. I can see it where I'm from, like occasionally. Yeah, it is. That is one thing, Ash. That's true. And also, Tiff. Yeah.
Never really seen the stars. They are unaware of our planet's orbit, the patterns of meteor showers, the cycles of the solar system, and our place in the greater cosmos. We used to be able to navigate the land and orient ourselves in space.
Mhm.
Now with GPS, we need help getting to a place that we've been to 20 times before, that's only a few miles from our home.
Oh my gosh.
This list could keep going, but you get the idea. Each time we gain something with technology, we lose something as well.
In the
And what we
long
lose
term,
is often
that's
hard to see until
true.
much later.
That's so true. Oh
This
my
arrives
gosh.
us neatly to AI. We can all
Here's a
sense that
vid.
AI
Thank
will
you
be
for
the
pinning.
single
Thank you for
biggest driver
pinning.
of change in the next decade, and may very well be our last invention. There's no denying that it's a tremendously powerful.
Our last invention. You know, now that I think about it, there haven't really been a lot of inventions. I mean, there are inventions, but on a super duper much smaller scale. Like you probably won't even hear about it half the time, unless it just becomes viral on TikTok or something, or unless it's like super duper meaningful. Our last invention. I mean, if anything, AI can help us invent new things. But would that be our inventions? Is that what he's sort of like referring to? Like it wouldn't be our inventions, but AI's. I don't know. This is like AI is such an interesting topic, bro. It really is. But I see what he's saying too. Like before this, like we see the benefits in the short term, but like in the long term, we might be cooked, bro.
Powerful tool with limitless potential. But what are we losing as we adopt AI into our everyday lives? What are we losing by letting AI make our decisions, do our critical thinking, and create our art? For many, this could erase our reason to exist. There is a growing fear that AI will replace us all. As AI proves to do everything faster and cheaper than humans can, the unavoidable question is, what will humans do? What are we good for? What purpose will we serve? Why get out of bed when everything's already done for us? Why try to gain a skill
Dang.
when that skill is obsolete?
They're getting deep
Who's
with
even
it.
going to be able to buy stuff
I
if
never
all the
thought
jobs are
this
taken?
deep about it, bro.
There are countless videos and articles spelling out doomsday scenarios concerning the near future of AI. Most of these concerns are completely valid, but I'm not here to do that. The fact that slop is the word of the year actually gives me hope. It shows on some level that people are rejecting the idea that we are all replaceable. It reveals that there is something fundamental that humans can do that AI cannot. Since the Industrial Revolution, we have treated people like cogs in a machine to do monotonous, repetitive tasks in factories and offices, in assembly lines under fluorescent lights. We've pretended that copying numbers from one spreadsheet and pasting them in another is important work.
I feel like this is all AI should be used for. In a not all, but in a work environment like that, it should just only be used for repetitive things. But not all repetitive things. Cuz there are a lot of repetitive tasks and that would still like make a lot of people lose their jobs. Frick, I don't know. I don't know. It's such a weird topic, bro. No, the people making them aren't gonna stop because it's making them money. It's so like that's so dystopian, bro. Like I literally seen a reel where bro was like, I do think AI will take over the world. Like he said something along those lines, but he said in the meantime it's gonna make us a lot of money. I was like, what? Like just because we definitely probably won't see that in our lifetimes. Like we won't see AI take over the world in our lifetimes. I would hope not. But so you're just gonna doom the rest of humanity that comes after us, bro? That's not crazy. Like what are we doing here?
All of a sudden, AI comes along and floods the market with agents that do repetitive tasks quicker and cheaper than any human worker can. It's killed the value of generic work. It's ended the need for humans to do dehumanizing labor. A great YouTube channel called Medieval Mindset argues that the 2030s will be
The
the
new
new Renaissance,
Renaissance.
because in the next few years, quote, the AI flood will make unsimulated humanity the ultimate luxury good. So many of us are worried that AI will replace us, but very soon there will inevitably be a grand realization that AI can only replace the drudgery.
Mm.
We'll be left with the work that requires a soul and some real critical thinking. It's going to be a movement from an economy of quantity to an economy of quality.
Yeah, and I can see that. But is this a good thing? Because unfortunately, not everyone is capable. Like, unless not everyone's capable of doing a job like this, and not everyone will have a job like this. I don't know, man. That's why Gen Z is in a weird spot. That's why a lot of us are like, "Oh, we got no jobs." It's so hard to get jobs nowadays because of this nonsense. I don't know. Like, yes, they can be useful for repetitive tasks, but AI can still make mistakes. Yeah, for sure. AI definitely can. Like, you can literally manipulate AI to do things, even if it's wrong, or to say things, even if it's wrong.
We shift our focus to doing things that the machine cannot. End quote. AI does not know how to produce anything meaningful. Meaning cannot be manufactured. Meaning is found in suffering, especially in the pursuit of something noble.
Mm.
The more we suffer to reach our aim, the more meaningful the journey becomes. AI does not know what hard work is because it doesn't know struggle. It will never have to grapple with a tough decision. It doesn't feel shame for being wrong or the joy that comes from failing 100 times and finally succeeding. Wrestling with suffering, discomfort, risk, and adversity is an integral part of what truly makes us feel alive. It reminds me of the beautiful monologue from Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, where he tells Will that just because he's read a book on Michelangelo doesn't mean he knows what it feels like to stand underneath the Sistine Chapel.
Mm.
Just because he can recite Shakespeare doesn't mean he knows what it feels like to fall in love and be
Yeah.
vulnerable. To have knowledge is one thing. To have experience is something entirely different. If there is no experience embedded in creation, then the creation is like a superficial gift, one with dazzling wrapping paper,
Literally
but
AI,
which is
bro.
ultimately empty on the inside.
Yo.
And this is why movies, poetry, paintings, and music produced by AI feels hollow. It's a violation of human expression. It may look or sound cool to our senses, but it doesn't touch the heart. It's not rooted in any experience, struggle, or triumph.
They should make it illegal to use AI for weird stuff. Unfortunately, they won't because they're just making money off of it. They're just gonna keep, as long as they're making money. Why would they make it illegal? You know, I don't know what's going on with my voice. I feel like I'm losing my voice, but yeah. As long as they're making money, they're not gonna. No matter what, bro. The companies gain power. Even if they were to like make a policy or something that could jeopardize it, the companies would probably just pay them off. So it's like, what then?
This is why I'm actually really excited for the next few years. I believe that AI will devour itself, at least in creative terms. There's nothing left for it to train on. The only thing left is to regurgitate a regurgitation of a regurgitation. I foresee a renaissance in the near future where humans discover what it means to be human again. We are tired of the sanitized AI hologram. We want something real, imperfect, authentic, and surprising. Unsimulated humanity will become the ultimate luxury good. Carpenters will take pride in crafting a chair again. Businesses will use hand-drawn labels on their products.
I'm sure they already are
Speakers will
taking
express
pride
their
in it, bro.
spontaneous feelings, and we will enjoy their ums, ahs, and stutters. We will applaud the squeaky noises caused by fingers sliding against the strings of a guitar. Diners may even laugh when a human waiter gets their order
No,
wrong.
yeah, I do like the optimism.
People will want to live in colorful, funky, decorative homes instead of the mass-produced concrete boxes we see now.
Like, I like the optimism, but I don't. There might be something wrong with my brain specifically. I always gotta find like a potential wrong in something, and like the only wrong I'm finding is just like specifically with what he said earlier, bro, about quality of jobs instead of quantity. It's just like the issue with that is there's most definitely gonna be people without a job, bro. Like, what does that mean for the people that can't do the quality jobs, bro? You know? That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Everything else that they're saying in this video is very agreeable. I can agree with, and I hope it were to happen. But then just like the jobs, bro. Like, people need to live at the end of the day. People need to survive. People need to feed their families. They need to feed themselves, put clothes on their back, live under a roof. Just live without thinking about surviving the week, bro. And without those quantity jobs, what are they going to do? What will they do? I mean, I'm sure there's a solution. I would hope there's a solution to that. Because if there is, then we can move forward into like whatever future they're talking about. But if there isn't, it would be a problem in my eyes.
Maybe we can even get back to building extraordinary monuments again, like cathedrals, temples, and pyramids.
I would hope for that
Of
though.
course, there will always be people
Designs
who don't care about
nowadays
meaning.
are so
They
stale
will
and
just want the
simple.
final product. They don't want artwork that touches their soul. They just want to be entertained.
Yeah.
AI slop will get better and better at capturing people's attention. It will get better and better at pleasing our senses. There will be many people who will choose an AI robot partner over the messiness of real romance. But I'm
Yo.
encouraged because I've noticed a growing trend of young people who seem to be aware of the brain rot they're being force-fed, and they're taking their lives back, rejecting AI slop and these algorithms that are robbing them of real experience.
Not facts.
Surprisingly, many of Gen Z and younger have traded in their smartphones for dumb phones. They've committed to reading
Dumb
physical books, going outside, and having real face-to-face adventures.
What is a dumb phone?
They are seeking to reconnect with something modern civilization has lost: a soul. This is really what After School has been about for so long. In a sea of mindless slop, I want this channel to stand out as a beacon of light, which appeals to your conscious mind. I'd like you to walk away from each video feeling like you learned something of value to your life.
I can appreciate
Hopefully
channels
something
like
meaningful.
this, bro.
Yes, the temptation to use AI is there.
Oh, he draws
And I'm not here to
everything
condemn
too.
anyone
This
using
is
it.
so beautiful.
But for me, the joy of making these videos
Oh my
does not come from
gosh.
the
How
final
long do you
product.
guys think this
The
takes?
joy comes from the creative process itself. Making these videos is how I learn. I don't have a content strategy. I simply make the videos about things I'm curious about.
Yo.
And through this endeavor, I've learned a lot.
Wow.
I've changed a lot. I look back at my old videos and cringe at who I used to be. But the reward for the struggle is not what I've gained, it's who I've become. So, I encourage you to strive to create something meaningful. Believe in yourself, make mistakes, and turn your imperfections into your strengths. We could be accelerating out of a dark age into a renaissance, the dawning of a new age where we shake off the fog in our minds and rediscover why we are here. The beginning is near.
What a video. You're looking for the miracle, unaware that you are the miracle looking. What a quote. Source? Is he the source? Is he the source, bro? No way. What a quote.
Thanks for watching
bro.
this episode. I truly believe
Oh
we
my
humans are put here on
gosh.
Earth to create. We all have a creative spark within our hearts that has the potential to light up the world. One of the best ways to share your creations is by building a professional looking website.
That was a great quote. This was a beautiful video, bro. After school, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna get a subscribe from me, bro. That was wow.